All right, it is the start of a new month and time for a new adventure. Today, I am headed out to Woodstock. Now, not that Woodstock, not the famous hippie Woodstock. I'm not headed to a music festival to get high, naked, and covered in mud. Instead, I'm headed to Woodstock, Illinois, whose one claim to fame is that's the town where they filmed the movie Groundhog Day. Now, Groundhog Day, is a famous Bill Murray movie made in the 90s about a weatherman who has to relive the same day, Groundhog Day, over and over and over again. It's a comedy classic. Anyway, the story in Groundhog Day takes place in the town of Punxsutawney, Philadelphia. But instead of going there, they filmed the movie in this town in Illinois, Woodstock. And every year since then, they had their own Groundhog Day celebration, inspired by the movie that made them famous. And I am headed out to that Groundhog Day celebration today. It's a 221-mile journey. It's going to take me about 5 hours. And then when I get there, I'm going to live it up and party down. There is my chariot.
Notice Popsicle Dan.
Okay, so I'm just making a quick pit stop here to get me a little breakfast and some fuel for the road.
We got every argument, every word we can't take back. 'Cause with all that has happened, I think I'd be done with the way that the story ends. There's only for a minute. I want to change my mind. This just don't feel right. I wanna raise your spirits. I want to see you smile. No, that means I'll have to leave. Eating me up inside, but we ran our course. We pretended we're okay. Now if we jump together, at least we can swim far away from the wreck we made. Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind. 'Cause this just
Okay, so it's about 8:30 and I have arrived here in Woodstock. Okay, so it's about 8:30 and I have arrived at Woodstock. All right, so it's about 8:30 and I have made it to Woodstock, the town where they filmed Groundhog Day. And now I think I'm just going to go get me some breakfast. Okay, so for my first location on my Groundhog's Day tour, we have the Woodstock Theater, which was the Alpine Theater in the movie Groundhog's Day. It's the theater that Bill Murray goes to after his character steals the money from the armored truck. He spends all the money on a shopping spree. He gets himself a Cadillac. He dresses up like Clint Eastwood's character in those Western movies. And he comes here with a hot date. So I'm actually going to go to the theater where they were playing Groundhog Day, and I'm going to watch it in the same theater. So that's going to be pretty surreal when they get to that scene. Okay, so I just got done watching Groundhog here at the Woodstock Theater. I forgot what a great movie it is. Such an interesting concept where someone's stuck in a time loop and have to relive the same day over and over again. Although not necessarily the original idea, they had stories like that scattered throughout Greek culture, with the gods and whatnot. Ever since then, though, if you ever do a movie where someone's reliving the same day, you're always going to get that Groundhog Day comparison, but that's just how good of a film it is. Bill Murray is just at his best with his line delivery. Also, at times, it can be a kind of a depressing movie. He tries to kill himself quite a lot, and like I said, my favorite scene though has to be where he first goes to the piano teacher and he offers her $1,000 to teach him a lesson, even though she was teaching one of her little kids. And then the teacher ends up kicking the little girl out of her house, and the sad look on the little girl's face is just. Yeah, I like me some dark humor. Okay, onwards. Okay, another filming location. That is the Wayne's Lanes bowling alley, which was featured in the Groundhogs movie. It's a scene where it's like maybe the 4th or 5th day that Phil's been trapped in Punxsutawney, and it sets in that he's just going to keep repeating that same day over and over. He gets depressed, goes there, starts talking to these two local drunks, and then they end up going on a wild adventure because he realizes then that there are no consequences to anything he does, so he can do whatever he wants, essentially. And then him and his drunken buddies, they hit a mailbox with the car, and then they drive down the railroad tracks, all while the police are chasing after him. He ends up in jail, but of course the next day he wakes up and the day starts all over again. And of course that's the bowling alley that they were at. As far as I know, the inside was filmed somewhere else, but the outside, totally Woodstock. Okay, so at another filming location, this is the Woodstock Moose Lodge. This scene is at the end where they have a big dance and bachelor option where Aidan McDonald's character bids on Bill Murray's character. Also, they're having a big chili cookout here, so that's an added plus.
So what do you think?
Oh, it's good.
They found someone's car keys.
So far.
Oh, car keys, they're mine.
Oh, I see.
Oh, shit. Well, what's up?
Alrighty. Let's do this one. Okay, so we're going to do a picture going this way.
So that's the bus.
Yeah. Picture we're out.
Come on, Joey's pretty good. Really good. It's better than what.
Yeah. 15.
getting a bit crowded here at the Moose Lodge. I'm going to take off, but I have picked my winner for the big chili cook-off. And that was the chili cook-off station number 3, Tom McMasters. You make an excellent chili, Mr. McMasters, and I wish you luck. Okay, so we've got a double shot locations here behind me. You can kind of see the buildings. Those are the kind of the buildings that were behind Phil when he meets up with Ned Ryerson. And right here, this is the alleyway where they have the old man, the bum that he keeps running into, who dies, and then he tries to save him over and over again. I was just talking to some people about it. You know, they never answer the question in the movie, does the bum die? But it was one guy thought it might be the old guy that you see at the dance. He comes up with his wife, and the wife's like, oh, you fixed my husband's back, Dr. Connors. He was saying that that old guy is the bum that you saw who died in the alleyway. Or maybe he didn't. Like I said, the movie never really seems to answer that question. Okay, now this corner. Okay, so I had a nice fun time today, but now it's time for the real excitement. I'm headed out to do the Groundhog Day Eve pub crawl. That's 8 pubs I'm going to hit up tonight, and we'll see what kind of trouble I can get myself into.
DC Cobb's and Poorhouse.
All right.
There's a pizza place a block north and several.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got my map and I've got some tokens. I'm about to start the pub crawl. Okay, so I'm at my first bar on the pub crawl, and that is the Public House, which was also featured in the movie Groundhog Day. It's the bar that, Bill Murray's character is trying to pick a meal at every hour. It's where they do a drink to world peace, which they actually do here. I only got for world peace. I think I might take it. I don't know. This place is... Oh, shut that hell. Alright, so I'm at my next stop of the pub crawl. There's Wine Stop, a trendy little wine bar. What I've got here to drink is their special, which is a Woodstock Berry Smash. I'm going to take a sip from that. Cheers! I just got that pun. Poorhouse. So anyway, this is a country bar. How country is it? I'm drinking out of the mason jar. This is their banana slam. Needless to say, I'll be at this location for a while. Man, that is good.
I'm right here. I was trying to get some different angles.
Straight up legit. Yep. And that's put on here. God bless you. Good news. And I remember Vito, Vito Andreola, my 8th grade gym teacher. Just so you know, he's like my hell of a grip, and he always made me and Walt rest.
There you are.
Always.
Surprise!
And I remember one year in 8th grade, we all
Oh boy! Nothing else for no. No, I used to have for no.
Shit all the time.
Oh! Wait! Oh! Wait! No way! Come on! Stop! Yeah!
I keep running into you.
Well, I'm over halfway there.
So at least like they take care of all that. They'll figure out, you know, it's perfect for her.
Here's the 6th bar. That makes me over halfway there.
When they're pretty relatively small. You know, but enough for her.
Yeah. What the fuck is this asshole doing? So I just traded the Dolphin for a cigarette. The guy with the really, really cool hat. Yeah. All right. Here we go. This is only the second cigarette I've had this whole year, and I went a whole year without them. You know, the addiction never goes away. What can I say? Hey, I got the Dolphin back. The guy in the cool hat just gave him right back to me. That guy is cool. So is his hat. Alright, another cherry bomb. I am done here. Okay, so apparently this gas station is another Groundhog's Day location. There was a brief scene where Bill Murray's character is trying to get out of Punxsutawney, and he stops off at this gas station to make a call trying to get out.
I'm gonna need someone to hold me down. I'm gonna need someone to care. I'm gonna ride and shake my body. I got
Is that the mayor from the movie?
There's some.
That's Richard Hensel, the voice on the radio in the movie.
one more time.
Out to the trees, me up to the crowd, calling the film crews from far away. Just don't talk about Groundhogsville Day and its root for no shadow. Cousin Woods, here on Groundhog Day.
What the hell's it doing? Yeah! Suck it, let's go!
Here we go. Are you sure you're ready for this? Here we go. This February 2nd, 2020 at 7:07 a.m. Woodstock Willie, the seer of seers, the prognosticator of prognosticators, emerged reluctantly, very feistily, significantly grumpily, but nonetheless alertly in Woodstock, Illinois, to wish his faithful followers a happy Groundhog Day.
Hey!
Woodstock Willie looked skyward to the east, then behind to
stated clearly in Groundhog 80s, I definitely see a shadow. It's going to be 51 degrees today, so who cares? So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have more winter, but we all know it's going to be a great winter. Thanks for being with us here. Getting the Groundhogs, see what Woodstock really's got to say from the town of Woodstock. We're watching weather here today. Let's go. Daddy shadows stays away. I got even bills I cannot pay.
I got a good shot of you, Blake.
Just slide off your
Yeah.
As my Gatorade didn't slide off.
I do. Oh my gosh.
Everybody, roll out the barrel. We'll have a barrel of fun. Roll out the barrel. We've got the blues on the run. Sing, boom, tarara. Ring out a song of good cheer. Now it's time to roll the barrel for the gang's all here. Let's play it. Everybody, roll out the barrel. We'll have a barrel of fun. Roll out the barrel. We've got the blues on the run. Sing, boom, tarara. Bring out a song of the cheer. Hey! Ziggy, zaggy, ziggy, zaggy! Ziggy, zaggy, ziggy, zaggy! Ziggy, zaggy, ziggy, zaggy! Close! Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen!
Yeah, so I saw that guy last night on the pub crawl in the middle there. I'm about 75% sure furry. So, besides Groundhog's Day, today is also Super Bowl Sunday, and it's a palindrome day, which is to say that the date 02/02/2020 flipped around backwards would be 02/02/2020, a palindrome day. So, like I said, it's a trifecta of events today, and I am just lucky to be alive to see it. So supposedly, this coffee shop also has an old-fashioned speakeasy. I'm going to go see if I can find it.
Another one? Same thing or a shot?
Okay, so I'm back doing Groundhog's Day locations. You've already seen this one. This is the bandstand. And like today, in the movie, it's where they had Punxsutawney Phil give his prediction that there would be a long winter. Okay, next we have this Civil War memorial. And it was somewhere in this area that they had the snowball fight between the one kids and Phil Connors. You know, him and Eddie Rita were making a snowman. Kids came up, they had a snowball fight, and that happened somewhere around here. I'm not exactly sure what side of the memorial it happened on, but it happened somewhere around here. All right, so right behind me you have the Woodstock Opera House, and in the movie they used it as for the Pennsylvania Hotel, which is where Addie McDowell's character was staying, and they have a few scenes there. They also, in the tower, that's where when Phil Connors, Bill Murray's character, became depressed, he jumped out of one of those windows. Okay, another Groundhog's Day location. Over there is where they have the restaurant TikTok, where Bill Murray's character stuffs himself after he decides he doesn't care anymore about the consequences. Also, there's the scene where he's talking about how he is God because he spent enough time in the town to know everything about everyone in that restaurant. And he goes, hey, this guy, that's Davey, he wants to stay in the Navy. Those two are engaged, but she's having cold feet. And also, it's where they had the one scene where he steps off into a puddle. This is just ironic because the little square there is where he actually stepped off, but today there's an actual puddle right next to it.
I know.
Wow. Bill Murray, though, I mean, those are some small feet. Okay, and back there's the last location we look at. It's called Ned's Corner. It's where Bill Murray and okay, so back there is the last location. Ned's Corner. It's where Bill Murray's character runs into Ned Ryerson, the insurance salesman who won the talent contest with his singing belly button routine. And that's it for me for this Groundhog's Day. It's time to hit the road. I've got a 5-hour drive ahead of me, and hopefully I'll get home in time for the Super Bowl. Yeah, I gotta say, I think this experience has been very good, very fulfilling. You know, I get to come to this town where they shot my Groundhog Day, you know, walk amongst the places that Bill Murray was, but also, I had a great time just with the Groundhog festivities. So that's it for now. And have a happy Groundhog's Day, Super Bowl Sunday, and Palindrome Day to you. Okay, I know that I said the last location was the last Groundhog's location we look at, but I completely forgot about this one. This is the Cherry Inn Bed and Breakfast, and this is where Bill Murray's character stays at. Now, the outside is what they used. They didn't use the inside. That was all sets, but this is where it's supposed to be. So, now, that's the end of the Groundhog's Day location tour. Once again, have a happy Groundhog's Day, happy Super Bowl Sunday, and have a happy Palindrome Day.